So today I wanted to talk to you about how we can use Python to help our students with school, prepare for the exams, prepare for SAT, ACT, and AP exams. So often students struggle with the assignments because they can't really see applications to the real world. For example, when a student is in high school, they really want to decide what they want to do with their life, and designing perhaps games in Python might help them connect the exam material to how the real world actually works. So, for example, um, the SAT often has a lot of finance questions, or some questions about functions, formulas. We want to manipulate formulas, express variables out of there. And to see why it's important, we can create a game in Python, for example, one that converts dollars to euros or euros to dollars, um, and so on, or like Fahrenheit to Celsius. And this is actually what many programmers do. Like in financial firms, they might be making some codes using these functions, which they see on the SAT, to actually make apps and programs which convert these financial currencies or temperatures if they're in engineering, perhaps, and so forth. And also, students might struggle to focus on studying, especially if they're more in like elementary school or middle school. So they might want to um, have their studies as a game. So to do so, we can write a very simple Python code. It's actually very small. It might look daunting at first, but this one actually takes about 20 minutes to make. Python is a very beginner-friendly language, and very, very simple in reality. So this is the original code. Let's see how it works. This is particularly designed for the SAT, to make it like a little game. But of course, we can tailor it to any level of the student. So first, to do so, I want to open the Windows PowerShell or whatever computer you're using. We want to open its terminal. This will be very simple. So first of all, when it loads, we want to go into the directory where our file is located. So let's go here. And then we want to run Python and run our file. Okay, so here, press enter to get a math SAT question. Okay, I want a math SAT question. Okay, what is 3/4 as a decimal? And the student can type in his answer. Of course, we can change, oh yeah, another thing, we can also change the colors of this question. So we can make it pink or yellow or whatever the student likes. Okay, so let's say I know the answer and it's 0.75. Correct. Okay, do you want to play again? Let's say yes. Yes, okay, now it gives me the same question, but we can tailor different questions by reloading this program. So for example, I don't know the answer. If I say, okay, let's say it's 0.2. Sorry, the correct answer is 0.75. So it would also give the student feedback, so the student knows if he's doing the right thing or not. Okay, so I don't want to play anymore. Yeah, so we can try to reload it again and get some more questions. But basically, it will import different questions from the SAT or any material that we assign it from. We can paste a link to a website here, for example, or we can reference Python to some PDF with sample questions. Say there'll be like a list of questions which we want the student to solve. We can import it into this program, and every time the student boots this program, and inputs his answer, it will tell him whether the answer is actually correct or if it's not correct, and it will also give him the correct answer so the student knows what to aim for. Yeah, so for example, we have some sample questions like what is the square root of 25, or solve for x, a very common SAT question. Yeah, and the other neat thing is that if the student is actually interested in programming, the student can completely design this program or similar programs on his own. We can just give him some guidance, and this might also help the student if he, for example, can encode the solution to the problem in the code itself. So, for example, uh, we might want to add the solution here. So, like, say how we solve for x. So we say first we subtract 3 from both sides. So the student can now see the logic of how we actually solve for x, and then like try to do it in the terminal itself. So first as the code, then as the game. So that might be very neat if the student is in high school, say. Yeah, so I hope this gives some ideas for you all, and have a great day. Bye.